And so welcome to our craft for our eating craft, where we're going to make some yummy Christmas puddings. So we're going to start off with our craft pack, and you'll notice I have said you'll also need vanilla extract and butter to add in and make this craft. Some things I haven't provided because they weren't last. There's some icing sugar, you've got a bag of cocoa powder, 2 biscuits, you can always add more biscuits in to make more, and some cherries in the foil, and a box which we'll leave for later. So put your biscuits back in your empty bag now, and then what you need to do is crush the biscuits so they're into a powder. Did you know that Christmas puddings originated in the 14th century and they used to have mince in them? Ugh. I think I prefer the Christmas puddings that we're making rather than having Christmas pudding with mince in. It was kind of like a soupy mixture apparently. It did have like the currants and stuff in that we have today, but yeah, not as tasty as what we're going to make today. So keep crushing those biscuits up. Then once you've decided that they're all crushed up, there we go. Take as long as me. Then once you've decided that they're all crushed up, we're going to put them to the side. And we're going to put our other ingredients in the bowl first. So first of all, empty the icing sugar. Now you're going to see me empty all the icing sugar in, but you need some icing sugar to decorate the puddings. So don't do what I do and put all the icing sugar in. Maybe put about 2/3 of the icing sugar in and save 1/3 of the icing sugar to mix with water later. Unless you've got some spare icing sugar, and then you can use it all and add some more later, like you'll see me do. Then you need to add the cocoa powder in. It's not the easiest to tip these into the bowl, so it might be that you want a parent to help you tip them into the bowl. But we'll add the icing sugar in with the cocoa powder. Tip as much in as you can. Get rid of those bags. And then your butter. Now about 40 grams of butter. It can be butter, it can be margarine, it can be stork, it can be whatever you like. But just tip about 40 grams of butter in. And then vanilla extract. That's the extra ingredient that you need to add in. I'm sure they'll taste fine without it, but you just need about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. There we go. And then add that in. Then with your spoon, you just need to keep mashing and mashing and mashing until it mixes all up together. There we go. It's all mashed up and looks like a lovely kind of creamy consistency. And then you need to empty in those biscuits that you crushed earlier. Make sure you've got all the crumbs in. And then you need to mix it all together. And then once you've mixed it all together into a lovely consistency, you can start using your hands to roll it into Christmas pudding shaped balls. Putting them out on a plate, keep going until you've used up all the mixture and made all of your Christmas pudding balls. And once you've done them all, you then need to go and put the plate into the fridge. Then while yours are cooling, probably about half an hour I'd leave them to cool down, you can be working on the box template that I gave you. You can decorate your box. Now, I'm not going to do a lot with my box because I'm speeding through. But you can decorate your box however you'd like to. You can put some holly on it. You could add some glitter maybe. Oh, lots of different ways. You could even make it as a present for somebody else. That then you could pass these lovely chocolate puddings on to somebody else. One of my favourite little Christmas designs is holly though, and doing berries and leaves, and so that's what I'm doing on the front of my box. And so there we go. There you go, some holly, and I'm sure you can do a lot more than me on your box. You've probably got a little bit more time than I have, and then you need to use your glue stick from the other day and stick all the little triangular flat bits. Put some glue on each one of them. And then once you've got the glue on them all, you can just push them all together and they should form a box. Use a bit of force to squeeze them together. And then you've created your box in which you can put your Christmas puddings when you finish them. There we go. And once your half an hour's up, you can sit back down with your plate of Christmas puddings and decorate them. Now, as I said, I sillily used up all my icing sugar in my mixture, so I'm going to add probably about 4 teaspoons of icing sugar. You might need more than that if you want to decorate them all, to about 1 teaspoon of water. So it's about 4 teaspoons of icing sugar to 1 teaspoon of water. And then I add another teaspoon of water and just build it up really slowly. Make sure you don't add too much water to icing sugar, else it goes very, very runny. But there we go. I'm just adding a little bit at a time to get the right consistency. There we go. And then I can ice my Christmas puddings. And once they're iced, you can see it can pour on. I'm sure you can spend a lot more time and make them a lot more neater, and you can add as much icing to them as you like, but remember they are quite sugary already, so you probably don't want too much on there. But once you've put your icing on your Christmas pudding, the last thing to do is put your cherries on top. So open the foil packet and you'll need a knife to cut the cherries up. Now do be aware that I've got a very sharp knife and I'm an adult, so if you are using a sharp knife, get an adult to do it for you. And cut up your cherries. And then you can stick a little bit of cherry on the top of each pudding. And then the last thing to do is to box them up. You might want to put a bit of tissue paper. If you've got any tissue paper, you can add some tissue paper in and then put your cherry in the box as a present for somebody else. There we have it, our craft for today. Our Christmas puddings in a gift box. Have a good day. And I'll see you tomorrow for our final craft, Craft 5.